Hi, Jackie. Yes, it's a long 4 minutes, right? Thought I'd come on and just chat. My cat's up here bugging me, or I would have come on a little earlier. But anyway, how are you doing? If you're still there, and thank you for the thumbs up. If that was you, I'm assuming it was. I am assuming it was. Yay, 3 people on. Yay. And we have 3 minutes to go, so I'm just going to give it a couple to before I start chit-chatting, but this is what we're going to be using tonight. I'm going to make 3 cards, and we have glare. Good to find this out now. Oh, yeah, we have glare. Hang on. Hang on. Whew. If I put the light up higher, then it shines in my eyes instead of on the product. Hi, Philomena. If I turn it down low, can you guys see okay when it's like that dark? Because that's really the light off. And I have another light over on my left that's on, and I'm going to put it on level 1. Hi again, Jackie. Thank you, ladies, for the thumbs up. So we're going to be using Sweetest Time bundle, which includes the Sweetest Borders dies. These are available August 4th, and we're going to make 3 cards. One of them we're going to make together for the first time, sort of, because it took me a while to figure something out. And yeah, and I have so many more ideas for this set that I just didn't have time to get to today because I had other stuff I had to work on too. Anyway, we're going to do 2 with the candy cane border and or candy canes. And the first one we're going to do is with this. And it's really, if you have your mini catalog. Hi, Paige. Yay. If you have your mini catalog and look on page 21, I can't show it to you yet, but we're going to be casing the card, sort of, that we're casing. We're just changing a few things that uses this die and these candles. So that is what. Hi, Julia. Welcome. Yes. Jackie said she can't stay long, but she's here to support. Thank you for that. I know it's late, and it's later than normal, and I know it's like supper time for a lot of people. So sorry about that. I just could not get this 3rd card to a point where I could even share it on time with you. It's a little bit fussy, but I figured it out. And I'm fairly new at this too, you know, guys, so I'm still learning. Thank you, Jackie. So, but I'll try and tell you how to do it so you don't have to sit there and say, how did they do that, you know? So, because in the catalog, this card looked kind of easy. And then when I got to it, I was like, not so easy. Well, it's not hard. It's just a little time consuming. All right, so it's 5:01, so let's start. But before I get into that, today is the last day for bonus days. The host code has been closed out, so there's no host code for July. But remember, if you spend $50, you earn a $5 coupon, which you can use starting in August 4th, with the new catalog. So you can still do that. You can still place an order under me. You just won't use any host code between now and August 4th. Okay. And also, Stampin' Up has the paper pumpkin kit. And if you would like to get the next one, which is called World's Greatest, which makes 9 cards and envelopes, you have to sign up by the 10th of August. And it is for beginners, but it's also for avid and for casual stampers as well. You know, you can learn with it, and then you can get more creative with it as you advance. So that's why I like it. It's a lot of fun to get a surprise in the mail once a month. And if you really love Stampin' Up products, talk to me about joining my team. I'd love to have you on my team. and we'll have a lot of fun together. Okay, so that's my spiel. Hi, Judy. We're going to be using this tonight, Judy. And the first card we're gonna make is sort of casing the card on page 21 of the new mini catalog, if you have that handy to look at. So let me put these aside. Okay, I have already done much of it. First thing is we're gonna use Shaded Spruce, and I pulled this paper out. It's out of the Timeless Textures. Is that what it's called? Hang on. I can't remember the name of the paper. In Good Taste. In Good Taste, which is all those texture papers and stuff, 12 by 12s. So this was the other side, which I used for something else. And we're going to use like paneling in the background. And then I went ahead and stamped these candles, but we're going to do another one together just so I can show you a little thing you need to know about the candle lights. Okay. I received mine too from Judy. Yay. Thank you, Judy. You just finished recording. Okay, now I will also tell you, I don't know if it was me today, but do use, because these are photopolymer, do use a foam mat, a mouse pad, or something under it. I had that issue today, and then I also had my cherry cobbler ink was getting low, and I didn't realize it, and I was getting really bad stamping. And so I filled it, I refilled it, and it's fine. So that's good for the next card. And my fingers are a mess, so please forgive me. Both, they're inky, and my nails, I just broke what little nails I have, a couple of them. Anyway, I digress. So this is the candle stamp. I'm using Crumb Cake. You could use, I think in the catalog picture, they actually had foil as a background. And I think they might have used a metallic ink from the way I look at it. Now, this is a 2.5 by 3.5, 2.5 by 3.5 piece of paper. I don't know what size they used, but I didn't look it up. We do have stuff like that. Well, not always. They don't always give us dimensions. Anyway, what I discovered with this size of paper is the candles, if I stamp them right at the bottom, they're too tall. The middle one is too tall to put the flame on. So go just below the paper bottom, because you're not going to see the bottom anyway in this one. Okay. And there you go. Now you could stamp off if you want to, but I wanted a neutral color that goes with the paneling. Okay. So in your kit, at first when I went in your stamp set, at first when I saw these on the stamp, I was like, what are those? And they have them like raindrops or teardrops. These are the flames for the candles, guys. So, and you don't want them lined up like that. Obviously, you want them lined up like, you know, across here. So what I did is I actually, and let me make sure they line up still, because I have trouble seeing them. I actually think, well, that one can't go any lower. This one has to go up a little bit more, I think. I'm going to do it again just so you can see. I put them on the paper where I want them to stamp. Okay. Those little white lines are the candle wick. And another trick I have, which I need to do right now because they're sticking to me, is if you have an embossing buddy or something like that, some powder, rub your fingers on it, because that way the stamp won't stick to you as you're trying to move it around on the paper. But it's kind of important to get your flames lined up. Right now I just stuck that with my fingernail and I didn't do that. You know, I didn't rub that on the powder. So we're going to put another one over here, and I want them just above that wick, right? And then the other one. Now you could probably use these as teardrops, and also just if you want to fussy cut out individual candles, which I may do in a future thing, but not today. And I have a little cat fur there or something. Ugh. Because I was just petting my cat right before I went live. She was, I think she wanted me to go down and feed her or something, but she just got fed. I don't know. All right, and then take your block. This is the G block. But you know what? I'm going to actually change that. I'm going to use D, my favorite block, because I think I can see through it better than this one. And there we go. There's our funny looking teardrops. Yeah. Okay, so teaching you some tricks. And then I used crushed curry. You can use like a gold, but crushed curry is pretty. So we're going to go ahead and use that again. And then, let me make sure I'm in frame. We should be able to just go right back down and line it up if Deb can see straight. Pretty good. This one's up a little bit. Well, the middle is too, but not bad. And there we have our candle flames. And then what we can do is take Wink of Stella, or we could also use the Stampin' Up, what do you call that stuff that they have? The glazy thing. It's almost like, here it is. The shimmery crystal effects. And put that on. That would be pretty too. That's sort of like, oh boy, been a while since I used it. I can't even remember the name of the other stuff. Anyway, the stuff that's clear, but it has sparkle in it. Thank you, Paige. I didn't do it perfect, but oh well, it's pretty good, right? So that is that. Let me move this over here. And then let's go ahead and glue this down, because we're not going to put any ribbon around it or anything. And then the die cut. Okay. The die cut. I have a piece of die cut here, actually. Now I have this grain going up and down because that's the only way. It actually looks like paneling that way, so I'm okay with it. My paneling goes up and down, right? In my house, my old paneling. This is like a 70s house now, guys. It's got paneling in it. Stickles. No, that wasn't it. But you could use stickles too. Something like that. I was thinking of, no, it's like a little glaze. It's in a bottle like stickles, but it's a little bit bigger bottle. Anyway, now we want this to be sort of up near the top, because this die, let me just get it out real quick. This is the one. Oops, I just lost a die, I think. Uh-oh. I don't know where it went. Maybe it was just a piece of paper. No, I think I'm missing now one of my, oh man. I hope it didn't go in the trash. I'll look later. Okay, so this die cuts a border. These are border dies, and this is like how it cuts. Okay, so you're going to put it like, well, I guess I did it like, nope. Which way did I do it? Doesn't matter. You go like this. I think I did it with the lacy looking things up top, like this. So you want it back on your paper because it's going to cut out all around here. Okay, and it's going to cut the pieces out of what's down below the border, and you end up with something that looks like this. So in the catalog, though, their piece looked filled in with another color. So I die cut this out with, that is really going to bug me. Which, oh, here it is. I found it. Oh my gosh. It was right on the edge of the trash can. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I found that. I would have been worried. Anyway, I did it out of shaded spruce. And here's what I ended up with. And I'm not going to do this with you because how I had to do this, I cut it out in shaded spruce. And then I also cut it out in old olive. Okay. But you save all these pieces from the old olive and you carefully paper piece them. And how do you get them to stay in there? Well, how I did it is I used a whole bunch of little pieces of Scotch tape. So I laid it down. I would lay it down on like wax paper or something. I did not, which is why I have little pieces. And you saved all these little pieces and then you just put them in the reverse direction, obviously. And I taped them on and nobody's going to see that. So that when you go like this, you then have a two-tone color piece. Does that make sense? No, it wasn't Nouveau Drops. Hang on. I'll tell you what it was. It's not a Stampin' Up product, though. Hang on. I know right where it is, I think. Ugh. It is Glossy Accents. This stuff. It dries clear. It does not have sparkle in it, but Stampin' Up's one did. I don't know if this is still available. It had carried over, so I guess I better check the website. I think it did. I think it's still available. So we could put that on the flame. So do that, and before you glue your piece down, kind of move it around to see where the flames will show. So if I get this on straight, right about there. Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, that was a little tricky, especially all these little dots. And then I looked at the picture again, and they have red. Well, I'm not going to die cut it out again in red, but I thought I had these little red rhinestones, and we could put some of them on. So we'll do that. But for now, I'm gonna glue that down right where it is now. Let me find my glue, my other glue, my Stampin' Up glue. Here it is. Oops. What I should do is just, I know what I'll do. I have my Seal Plus right here. So I'm going to kind of lift this up and put a row there and tack it. Oops, I went it down a little bit there. Make sure it's straight down there. And then I can just go back and put a little glue in. Hi, Therese. Yeah, I do too, Paige. I love the way it looks. It's a little time consuming because you got all those little pieces. And so you need tweezers or take your pick or both. And I actually, for the little dots, I don't recommend using this tip. You can for these other pieces are not too hard because they're bigger. And in fact, this piece stays together when you pull it out, and so does this one. And so these pieces are not too bad, but the little tiny dots, I used my scoopy end, and that actually seemed to work better, or tweezers, to get them scooped up and put in. So I think it came out okay. I'm not going to put that up on dimensionals. I'm going to glue it down, just the bottom part, not the loose leaves. And the stamp set and the dies have more leaves that you could, and holly, that you could, put also, but I am not going to. I think we have enough. Or you could cut it out in another color and also do the same thing, but like the other, oh shoot, I just got glue in there. The other direction, like slide it over a little bit and only have it partial, and then you'd have different colors sticking out too. I had glue on my fingers, so let me get my glue eraser now. Right. Yeah, I could, if I had saved the pieces out of the shaded spruce, I could put that in, and that's what I was kind of saying. Oh, I am not paying attention, guys. I'm not paying attention. Good thing I caught that before it dried. And then you could stick it, you know, offset, like put it over here a little bit or something and have it peeking out. But you'd probably want to fill it in. Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you want one lacy and one not. But I like it better filled in with the two-tone. And I think we will put some little gems on, and then we're going to stamp a sentiment, which I haven't done yet. Hang on, my fingers are all gluey wooey. And I'm going to use the red rhinestones out of the annual catalog for the little ones anyway. For the little and the medium ones, because they are berries after all. I might use it for all of them except the big ones. So we'll put 3, and then over here we'll put 3. So this is casing. I had to put glue on 1 or 2 of those actually. This is casing, the catalog, but like I said, I think they had metallic paper in the background, and I thought, what, I have an idea for that actually. I have an idea. I'm not going to do all of these, but I'm going to do like 3 next to that holly leaf. These are holly leaves too, so I guess I better do that. 1, 2, even though there's green under them. That one's too big to do. I think that might be, no, we need one more somewhere. I'll put one over here. Okay. So those are the red rhinestones. Now let's stamp, and I'm going to bring my mat in because I have not used this stamp yet. We're going to stamp just like they used. All is calm, all is bright, which is appropriate since we have candlelights. And you know what? I am going to use some of that shimmery crystal effect, so I hope it is still available. And just for a little bit on the flames. I know I put Winkestell on, but it's just not showing as much as I'd like it to. And when that, when that dries, it'll be pretty. Thank you, Paige. Hi, Donna. Tuesday. This is part of, no, this is not part of a suite. This is a bundle. It's a bundle by itself. So I think, hang on. No, it's not a suite. It's shown, no, it's sort of in between 2 suites in the catalog. It's just a bundle called Sweetest Time, Stamp and Dies. Okay, so we're going to stamp All is Calm, All is Bright on this 1/2-inch piece of paper. And I'm going to actually turn this way so it's more stable. I actually want it to go all the way across the bottom. Now, what they did, they somehow had it up on the greenery, but I don't want to put it there. I want to put it down here. I'm going to do a pencil mark so I know where to cut it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it first. Oh. I'm live, so of course, my daughter's been on vacation, and now she's been in the ER. Not for COVID. Not for that word. Thank you, Julia. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to stamp it with crushed curry. I just feel like I want to bring out the yellow in the candles on here. Either that, if I don't like that, we'll do maybe real red. And hopefully I have this on the block straight. And I sort of want this centered. It's not bad. Not too bad. It's a little bit light right there, but I'm going to go with it because it's actually straight-ish. Straight-ish. Thank you, Julia. I think I said that already. Okay. So that is that. I'm going to leave this on top of here because I'm going to need it again. And then inside, well, let's get that on first, I guess. I'm actually just going to glue that down. Let me close my Stamp Up. And I might just put a few red rhinestones on the end. You could, we could die cut some holly leaves, maybe in Old Olive with a red rhine. Maybe I'll do that. We have this die here. We don't need to stamp it. We can just die cut it. And I have a scrap of Old Olive, so I'll be right back. And then help me think of what to do on the inside because I didn't finish this card. Hi, Ruru. Thank you. Hang on. I have to answer her. I'm sorry. Kind of important. Oh. You have to answer when your daughter tells you she was at the ER. She was asking me some questions earlier, and I'm like, but I don't know if she's at the ER at home or at the shore. So now I'm all panicky. Anyway, not much I can do. I mean, probably wouldn't have been able to go in with her even if she was here. They're having such strict rules still. Okay, so that's the little holly leaves. And let's see how we want to do this. One like that and one like that. And then we'll just put a red dot there. Or wait, maybe the other way. This way. This way. Over this way. All right, let's get this glued down. Okay, Judy. Well, thank you for coming by. And you've seen 1 out of 3 cards. The other 2 use the candy canes. One uses that border die. And I actually made those first, but yeah. All right, so figuring this out again. And you could ink the edges on these 2, but I'm not going to at the moment. We're going to overlap them a little bit like that, and then we'll just put a red, maybe a bigger red dot there. There's actually little berries you can stamp too. I'm going to put enough glue on that. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm going to get a different, we could put 3 little red rhinestones, but I think I'm going to go for bigger ones. In the holiday catalog coming up, there's these wonderful gems, and there's these are real red also. Oh, Donna, wow. Well, I intentionally put it up around 3:45, saying I was not going to be on till 5. So it was there. It should have been there for an hour and something. So I'm going to put a big one and maybe 2 little ones. If I can get a hold of it. It just went on to the other plastic. And one there. So they're different gems, but it's okay, right? There. think that'll do the front. And then the inside, we have to stamp something. Maybe, let me see what else is in the stamp set that we can use. I can't get those back in. Okay. We just put them in here. This is my case, my new stuff. And I'm going to put that out of the way. Okay, stamp set. Let's see what we have for the inside. I could just put holly in there too. I don't know. Put my leaf up here. I think I will. I'll just stamp a holly leaf or something in the inside. Berries and holly leaves. They have two stamp ones too, see? And I think we'll just do it down in this corner, which would be the opposite of that one. And I guess we'll do it in Old Olive since we're using Shaded Spruce as the card base. Thank you, Donna. This is not my idea. I mean, this is a cased card. If you have your mini catalog, it's on page 21. It's a similar card on there. I feel like I need something up here, but I'm going to let it go for now. And I'm going to put the berries on first, and we're using Real Red. And here's the berries. Let me just stamp on a scrap first and make sure. Okay. I think they're all right. Hopefully, I just rocked it a little bit. Okay. And let me close that, or I'll stick my hand in it. Yeah, YouTube is frustrating at times. Let me tell you. Let's see, which way do we want to go with this? Ugh. I think we'll have one go up here. You must not have got good ink coverage on that. It really does pay to use a pad underneath it. I think that's all I'm going to do. And I'll put a little wink of Stella on the berries. Hi, Nix. Can't remember if I said hello to you earlier. Can't remember. I saw you come in earlier. Okay. That's that. And then we'll glue that in. I'm touching this carefully because I still have that shimmery effects on those candles. And let me just glue that down. That's crooked. Oop, there. That's why I use wet glue, because if I get it crooked, I can fix it. Okay. Card number 1. Yay! I have to clean these couple stamps and move these out of the way. So that is the only one I did for this live with the greenery. Yeah, but I have more plans for greenery as well as, and actually I could take some of these bigger like sugary gems and put them on the big ones, but I'm not going to. I think we have enough. I think we have enough gems on there. Okay, so let me figure out which card is next and put this back on my die sheet. I haven't had a chance to get these onto, this is the one that almost fell right in the trash. Haven't had a chance to get these on magnet sheet yet. All right, we'll do these in order now, the way I started them today. This was supposed to be card number 1. Cute, right? Thank you, Donna. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so this is on a thick Whisper White card base, and I had a scrap of Real Red, so I used it. It only goes over to here, but I think we're going to extend it a little further over because I don't like having that bump right here. And then this paper is out of the 'Tis the Season, which is in the new mini catalog. And let me pull a whole sheet out so you can see. This is what it looks like. And then the reverse is this green. So we're just using this. That is not right at the set, you know, this set, but it's part of a different suite. 'Tis the Season. It's 6x6 designer series paper. So let me bring in pieces. I don't think I've die cut this yet, so we have to do that first. And I also used this metallic mesh ribbon just to give it a little sparkle this way. And also this Real Red 100% hemp. It's braided linen trim 3/16 inch, which is in one of the suites. I can't remember which one. Maybe did I write it on here? Page 9 of your mini catalog. I think this is with the heartwarming hugs suite, but don't hold me to that. Okay, so I have all my pieces. This is my piece of Real Red, but we have to get the die out and die cut that. So same thing, it's a border. So I did it this way, and you can see it goes above. This is 5.5 inches. It goes above that, so you have to decide which end you want more of to show. I'm going to try and end it closer to the bottom of this candy cane because last time I ended up with a funny little piece up here and I didn't care for that much. And I'm actually going to get purple tape and tape it down, and whatever is over here is going to cut off. Oops. So like that, I think. It's really cute. Cute. I love it. Be right back. You want this bundle? Wow, we'll have to get everybody to order lots of stuff on your party. This bundle's not that bad in price. It's for the bundle, it's $45.75 for the stamp set and the dies, but you may change your mind when you see the rest of the catalog, which is on its way. So anyway, there's so many things. Okay, so here's how mine came out. You know how we did the inlay on this one? I would not even attempt that. I'm sorry. Unless I had this on adhesive sheet or something, there's no way I would even attempt it. And I just ran this back and forth one time, you know, back and then forth or whatever, however you say it. And I don't usually like using purple tape because it does stick to your paper. There. And there we have the die cut. Oops. There's a couple pieces stuck in, but most of it came out. We'll get those out in a second. So really cute. Let me just get this stuff off. Yep. I thought probably taking this purple tape helps too. Actually, you can just go like this and have it on. Most of it's out of there already. So it cleaned out really good, but my plate didn't. You want the nativity? Yeah, I got that one. The nativity. I'll use that in a future Friday or Saturday. Oh, good. I haven't used a lot of the stuff yet. I'm just starting to. I mean, I've been using it on Fridays, some of it, but some of it I've been using like stuff that's either carryover or from last year into it. I'm just gently going at these. You can use see, this is what happened the last time. I don't like that. That's part of a candy, and I'm just going to cut that off. But it happened at the top last time. And I'm not, well, that one will be all right, I think. Yeah. Now, it would be good, and I didn't think of it again, to use adhesive sheets with this, because then all you'd have to do, like just on this part, then all you'd have to do is, or actually you could put it on the whole thing. All you'd have to do is stick it down then, right? Instead, I have to use fine tip glue and glue those down. So that's what I'm going to do. How's everybody doing today? Everybody okay? Oops, I missed one. I missed a dot right here. There we go. And I want a little dab of glue there and there. And on this, which if you don't glue or have adhesive sheets would be the way to go with this. I'm convinced. I just forgot again. I have them right back here too. Now I cut this, like I said, a little bigger so it goes over almost to the other edge of the card. I just didn't like that big ridge in the middle. But I want these to show. And another thing you could do is cut, actually, let me move that over. You could cut this piece of white out and then have it showing through. That's not lined up right. Showing through to the bottom part of your card, but I didn't want to do that. I intentionally did not do that today. But that's an option. I just want to make sure these aren't hanging over the edge and that it's on the edges straight. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Then what I did on this one is there's little candies like this, and I cut that out in white and put two on, one here and one here, but I didn't put them on, and I don't know that I have any of those cut out. Let me see. Oh yes, I already cut them out. Yay, I keep little bits in a bag in with a stamp. So we're going to have one something like that and something like that. Okay. So that'll be cute. But before I do that, let's put this away so I don't lose it. And this is the paper, designer paper, and it is cut at 5.5 by 2.5. 2.5. And we're just going to put that all the way over to the edge of the red and glue it down. But not before we put our ribbon on, because we have to tack that to the back. Oops, get back up there. So this stuff's pretty cool. It's in with the Halloween kit, but I'm using it for Christmas. Hi, Project 39. Yay. Oh, I hope the internet doesn't kick you off. Seems like a lot of people are having that issue, internet issues lately. Been hearing that from my upline and other people too. I'm putting two side by side. This is the seal, which is what is good for ribbon. And this is, you know, like cobweb. That's why it's in that with the Halloween stuff. Oh, thank you, Julia. Ooh, 10 likes. Yay. Thank you very much. And it really doesn't matter which side. I just want to get it sort of centered. And not stick to the paper. And then get my snips. And cut about an inch below there. And then I think that just adds a little sparkle to it. But you can still see the design of the paper underneath, which is what I was going for. And then we'll glue this down. Yep, you know what? That's almost empty. And I don't need fine tip for this, so we'll use our Tombow. And I'll put an extra glue where that lacy stuff is. So pretty. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. We have some beautiful red foil paper, and my next one with this will be in red foil, but I didn't get that ready to use tonight. I'm now going to go ahead and glue these on with the fine tip glue, these little candies. Now, because there's red, oops, stuck to me instead, underneath there, I don't feel like I need a solid piece under it, but it does come with another circle, so you can cut out a solid. Like if you want that to be white and this to be red, you can do that. And yeah, so I just thought I'd let you know that. But because this has red under it, I'm not going to. And because this one cuts out red and there's white under it, I don't, you know, we don't need to either. Okay, so there's those. Now we have to stamp our sentiment. And we're stamping "Wishing You the Sweetest Season," which is a pretty large sentiment, actually. It is, let me see. You need a 1-inch piece of paper. It is about 3 inches long by about 3/4 inch high. The sentiment is. So I have Whisper White, and you see it goes over into here. I was trying not to cover up too much of that border. So I have, this one's crooked, so we're not going to use that. But I have this here, and we're using real red on this one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're camping out. Oh, sounds like fun now. I do too, Ruru. I love traditional colors. I like I did a card earlier today for the Great American Stash Bash, if you missed it, and that was in pale blue and crumb cake. I like that too, and champagne. Now I want the sentiment to be over to the left as far as I can, and I'm trying to make sure it's somewhat straight, and I'm holding it for a second. Oh, yay. Okay, clean my stamp. Sorry, let me get my snips out of here so I don't cut myself, and put the ink away. So we're done with that. So bringing this back in and getting rid of this. Now we have to figure out where we're going to want this, and then I'm going to cut off some of this, and then we're going to flag it, and we're going to use the brand new banner. It's a bundle, I think, called Banner Year, and it has a flag and also the Audi. I used this before, I think maybe even my last live. So we're going to use the innie instead of the Audi. But I'm going to put a pencil mark because it's going to go right about here in between those two candy canes. And I'm going to cut it right about here first with my big trimmer because I can't cut a straight line. And then we're going to just flag it a little bit there so that the candy canes show more. And this goes up to 1 inch, which is good because that's what this is. Oops, wrong one though. And I always put it in with the words facing up towards the back. That way, if they start to show through the window, I know I had to back it up a little bit because I don't want to cut my words off, right? Just another little hint, see? And that's going to go up on dimensionals, and it's going to go right there, and most of our candy cane will show. So dimensionals. Yeah. Thank you, Philomena. Oh no, that's Project 39. You're Debbie also, aren't you? Or am I thinking wrong? I forget. I'm sorry. Let me know if I'm mistaken because I don't want to remember you wrong going forward. I should know this because I know we're in a collab that's coming up tomorrow, actually, with Amalia. All day today, well, like up until noon, I thought it was Saturday today. I don't know why. I was like, even my, I have a program on my phone called Lose It where I'm tracking all my calories I eat. And it even was asking me to fill in Saturday. Oh, what's Fimo? Is that like clay? That sounds neat, actually. I think it's clay. I should know that too because I know jewelry. I'm pretty sure it's clay. All right, so that's that. Now we need our candy cane embellishments. Okay, so we have, in addition to the border, you get this and this. So I cut them out already in red and in white, one of each. But I want to share something with you. The candy canes, when you cut them, they're, I'm not going to be able to explain this right. Like this is the top. You can see the ridge line. And this, they're going the wrong way. So you actually have to have this one upside down to put it on the white if you want to do that like I did. So I don't know, unless I'm thinking wrong, or you have to have this upside down to put the white on it. But it works. It's just kind of weird. This one, the texture is a little different. So I kind of put that on the bottom when after I glued these together. Polymer clay, okay. And also, especially for these, doesn't matter for these, but for these, use your adhesive sheets. This would be an ideal die to use them with. I think I let my glue sit open too long. So let me just stick the pin in and make sure I can get it working again. Yep, that's what happened. Okay, do it again. Okay, should be coming out now. Let me test it. Yep. And let me make sure I'm doing this the right direction. Okay, gluing this side. So I'm just tapping a little bit here and there. So let's see, what tomorrow is Lovely Ladies collaboration and Crafty Goals with Amalia in the afternoon. That one's in the afternoon. Lovely Ladies is in the morning, early usually. You know what? I have some polymer clay. I've never used it. I also have some silver clay, which is the real stuff, you know. I haven't used it either. I hope it's still all right. It's never been opened, but I know it has a shelf life, so that could be a bad thing. So that's what I did for them. And then I put this one like that and this one like that. And I am going to just use wet glue right about in the middle because I used a glue lot the last time and I wasn't happy with that. Now, I also tried to wrap that ribbon around them and I didn't, it's better just to do the bow and then put it on with a glue dot or something. But before I do that, let me get my mini dimensionals and we're going to put these on with minis. Minis. Well, we hope they're lovely. To be honest with you, I'm still making mine tonight, but I have an idea what I'm making, so that's a good thing. I'm so behind. I should just do like 3 months ahead of time because we have a theme for that one too, and I like the theme this month, but and I'm going to do something a little different than I usually do. Oh, the wrapper came off that and it's sticking to my finger. Okay, that's enough. So we're going to stick these down and then we'll tie a bow. We'll attempt to tie a bow, a little bow. And then we just have to put a little bling on And then we're done the front. And the inside of this one is easy. Easy peasy. Oops. The glue didn't hold. And it's sticking to me. I may have to put more glue on there. All right. And I just angled these a little bit instead of putting them straight. There we go. So let me try the bow with the braided linen trim, which is new. And it doesn't need to be a real big bow, so I don't know why I'm pulling out so much twine. There we go. Little bow for little candy canes. Okay, not bad. Not too bad. What is lovely and beautiful? The card? Oh, hi, Nelda. Thank you. We're on card number 2. Thank you for joining us. Happy to have you here. And we're just going to put that, I think my tails are still a little too long. And my cat is also joining us again. And now this time I will use a glue dot to stick it onto the candy canes. And this bow over here is a little too big. I may have to snip that one again. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like on. And just put it right there. Yeah, I'll just trim that one a little bit. Okay. Okay, and now our bling. We're using, okay, Sarah is Rare Roo, right? Okay, we're using the Real Red Rhinestones again. Real Red Basic Rhinestone Jewels, I think is how they're called. I'm just going to put one here, one in the middle of this white candy, and this white candy, and this little one here, even though it won't show up very well. But we're basically putting some in the centers of all the little candies. And there's one up there that I didn't have last time. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's it. I had one up here last time, but that's because I didn't have that other little one. So that is almost done. Now we have to do the inside. And all I did is I had an extra strip of the designer paper. But to make it more like the front, I actually... this is 1/2 inch, and then the Real Red piece is 3/4 inch, and they are both 5.5 inches long. So we're just going to glue them onto each other and then into the inside of the card, and that will be card 2. Okay, Sarah is Rare Roo. Okay, good to know. I think I knew that, but if I'm ever uncertain, I don't say it. Because I don't want to offend anybody. And I'm really bad with names. So please don't take it personally if I get your names wrong sometimes until I really, really, really get to know you, because I have always been a numbers person, and names and birthdays and stuff have always escaped me. I don't know what it is. I have to write it all down or I will not be able to remember. And that seems to be just a tad long, so we'll snip it off. Okay. Alrighty, card 2. And here was card 1 for those coming in late. You can rewatch if you want to see how we did that one. So we have one more candy cane card. Different, a little bit different, and a little bit easier actually. Let me get it. And it is, oops, this one. So we're still using the 'Tis the Season Designer Series paper by Stampin' Up. but this time we're using this sheet, and on the back is these, I think that's mistletoe. But we're using the only other candy cane sheet in the pack. There was the other one, and here's this one. So this, I'm not sure what color the background is. It looks like just jade or shaded spruce stamped off. And then this is shaded spruce, but these candy canes are not real red. They are cherry cobbler. They're darker. So we're going to start with cherry cobbler, which is a darker red. And earlier today I had to re-ink my cherry cobbler because I was just not getting a good image. So here's all the pieces. This is a cherry cobbler card base. It's 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, scored at 4 1/4 and folded. So you'll have to adjust if you're not in the States to your metric, because I don't know those off the top of my head. Sorry. The second one page or this last one? Maybe, I don't know which one you're just seeing. That's the second one. This is the last one. Okay, so this time I just cut a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 standard matte on these A2s. But before we do that, we're going to put, my cat is snoring. I don't know if you can hear her. I hope not. Thank you. We're going to use this shaded spruce argyle satin ribbon across the middle here. And this is part of the Wonder of the Season ribbon combo pack. So it's part of the Wonder of the Season sweet. I don't know. I mix and match all the time. So we're going to turn this over, and we're actually going to try and find approximately the middle. I usually just wing it, and then I get it all wonky. So if it's 5 1/4, that would be 2 and 3/4 would be 5 1/2. So it's like 2 5/8. That doesn't look right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but 2 5/8. So here, let me put it over here though. 2 5/8. That looks about right. That doesn't have to be exact because it's just for ribbon placement. And so Deb can figure it out when she puts her glue down and puts her ribbon on. Thank you, Paige. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Have fun crafting. This is the Seal Plus again, which is my favorite of the two new glues, is Seal Plus. The other one I have a little difficulty with, to be honest with you, and I've practiced with it, but well. So now I'm just going to try and get this, and this is, you can definitely, this side is smooth, and this has the stitching, you can feel it, and it's not as shiny. So you want to make sure you get your shine, well, I think, if that's what you're going for, you want to make sure you get your shiny side out. And I just think that adds a nice pop of color. Oh my gosh, Callie, what is going on tonight? My cat, oh gosh. She says, you're talking, I'm going to make noise too. But she's not meowing, she's sleeping on the other office chair here. Let me make sure that is even. No, it's not. So, and I have it upside down. Yes, if you have directional paper, make sure you don't put it upside down. And now we can glue it. It's a nice deep red, but it's not like, here's the, other than Poppy Parade. So here's real red, cherry cobbler, and then we have this really, really dark Mary Merlot, which is like Merlot wine, real deep purpley red almost. And then there's also Poppy Parade, and that's more orangey red. See the difference? Poppy Parade, real red, which we used on the last card, which I love. I don't know, I'm torn between real red and cherry cobbler. I like them both. We're using cherry cobbler this time though, but we're stamping actually in shaded spruce tonight. Okay, let's glue this down. I digress. And I'm putting extra on the ribbon as always to help hold it in place. You like the Poppy Parade one or the real red one? Oh, the card you mean. Thank you. The one with the candles. Yeah, that was pretty. Okay, now this is cherry cobbler. It's 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 inches, and this is cherry cobbler. This is Whisper White. We actually are going to stamp, and let me bring in this thing. I have to put my pin in my other glue, which I forgot to do again, and put my shears away. We're going to stamp candy canes and candies. And I thought about it after I did this. You could actually change this up a little bit and make your candies be green, like shaded spruce, and your candy canes be still the cherry cobbler and white. Or you could actually take a marker and stamp them in the cherry cobbler and color them in with some green, like every other one or something. Because they do have those candies that in not just red and white, but they have them in red and green and white, or red and green. So you could do that. Okay, so we just need our candy cane and our candy and our cherry cobbler. Yeah, I do too. I put candles in my windows, not real candles, because I'd probably have a fire at this point, and I don't want to do that. In fact, I worry about that sometimes. So I have a scrap piece of paper on top my piercing mat, and we're just gonna stamp around wherever. And let's see, we'll go upside down up here. It looks almost dark. Now I have a really juicy ink pad. Let's see, I think I'll go like this. And that's it for the candy canes. And then we're going to do our little candies. Oops. I don't think I can fit one in there, but we're going to try. No, we're not. I'm going to just put a gem in there. The only thing is the candles I use at Christmas time, I take like what we call C batteries over here. I don't know what they're the same in the overseas, but they barely last the season, and each candle takes like 4 C batteries, and I hate using up the batteries like that, but they're so pretty. And then I don't use them in the window the rest of the year. I leave the candles there, but I don't, the batteries aren't on. And I have them on like there's like settings, and I keep them on the flicker so that they come on, but they're not on steady. They just flicker. I don't know. It looks more realistic. Okay. So that gave that a minute to dry real good because it's a real juicy ink pad. And now we're just going to glue this on here. Maybe. This was probably the easiest of the 3 cards. And then we're just going to glue that centered over here. And you could put that up on dimensionals, but I'm putting the cinnamon up on dimensionals, so I didn't really want this up also. That would make it super dimensional. Thank you, Nix. I'm sorry. Thank you, Nelda. I need to put my glasses on. Obviously can't see right. Okay, now we have to stamp our sentiment, and this is 1 inch, which is the same size as the ribbon. So we're actually covering up a lot of it, but we're going to split the ends, and this is way too long. So I'm going to cut off almost an inch, actually, before I even stamp or flag it. Let me just do it this way. 1 inch. Yeah, that'll work because I'm going to flag each end after I stamp. So I'm going to try and stamp right in the middle. And we're still using Wishing You the Sweetest Season, but we're going to do it in Shaded Spruce to break up the cherry cobbler. Thank you, Nix. Now I can say it. All right. And I think this one's pretty juicy. Let me just stamp it off on this other. You know what? I'm actually going to bring the mat over because I think it was a little light. Even though I know I inked this not long ago. Only thing is I miss having my graph lines. All right, I'm trying to center it every which way. Hoping. Not too bad. We'll go with it. And we'll clean our stamp real quick. Now, I will tell you, the reds definitely stain your stamps. And I cleaned these on my chamois, but when I'm done here, I will use Stampin' Spray on them, and I will get more red off. So if you're going from red to a different color, I strongly suggest you, no, they only sell it in a bigger bottle than this now, an 8-ounce, I think, but this stuff is good. It'll get more off than what I got off in my chamois. So if you're just cleaning with water, it's good, but it doesn't, for reds especially, it doesn't get it all off. Okay, now we're going to use this banner year thing punch again, and we're going to flag it again on both sides though this time. And I must have this just a hair over 1 inch because it's not going in easy. Yeah, there we go. So there it is. Pop. Perfect. Perfect. So what's everybody having for dinner? I'm hungry. Oh, good night, Sarah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, so there's that. So we'll have the ribbon peeking out, and we will put that up on dimensionals. Now you also could use, oops, almost this die just wants to get lost tonight. I'm not going to let it. You could use, Stampin' Up! Now also has foam adhesive sheets, and that would be faster to put a strip of that on there, but this is easier for me because I don't have to measure. But I'm going to use like 8 of them, so yeah, because I want it to be sturdy. And to those more experienced than me, they're probably like screaming, you don't need that many, but I do. Anyway. You're super tired to even cook, so you just ordered same old pizza. Oh, I have not ordered pizza in forever. And I told my son, we eat frozen pizza though. But, oh, what's this? Veggie soup. Oh, that's good for you. Except for, got to watch the sodium. Homemade's okay. Well, oh, I told my son Tuesdays and Fridays are his nights to cook. So my guess is We're either going to be having ramen noodles for dinner or frozen pizza. I'm spinning. Oh no, I don't want to make you dizzy. Yuck. So that is the front of our card except for the bling. And here's what I did inside. I just did the same kind of Stampin' Up, but just on the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me bring my mat back in. You could, if you had a strip of the paper, you could just put that in instead. I don't know if I do have a tall paper strip. Well, I could cut a piece off of there, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to stamp because I want to stamp. Oh, my stomach just growled. See, I really am. You love noodles, but I had egg noodles last night with chicken. I was supposed to have that the night before, but I didn't get it made. I had the chicken made already, but yeah. All right, so this time I'm just going to go down the side like this. Every other one. And then that's that one. And then the candies go off in the corner. One here. One here. One here. Oops, that one got a little faint. And one there. But I'm not even going to try to stamp over it again. Now, like I said, this is a juicy ink pad because I just re-inked it. So I'm letting it sit for a minute to dry while I clean my stamp pad. I mean, my stamps. Yeah. And then we're just going to glue that in. Now, also, what you could do, I might do that. To fix it, I have my Stampin' Rights. I'm going to try and just do that line just a little better. It's not one to one. Lots of room to write still in this card because there's no inside sentiment. There are other sentiments in this kit besides, or this bundle, besides these two that I used. Okay. And now we need bling. So this time we're going to bring in the holiday Rhinestone Basic Jewels. They are in the 2020 annual catalog. They carried over from last year's holiday. And on this one, I had 3 cherry cobbler ones left. But I think I'm going to use, there's also shaded spruce. And I think I'm going to use, I don't know. I kind of like the cherry cobbler with the green, but oh gosh. What do you think? Cherry cobbler or shaded spruce rhinestones? These are cherry cobbler. These are shaded spruce. I can't show them right. I'm going to go with cherry cobbler again, I think. I hope that was your answer. Homemade keto. Am I still spinning? Oh gosh, thank you guys for the thumbs ups. I so appreciate that. I'm going with cherry cobbler because I think it'll look better next to this shaded spruce here. And I think right there. And then one more up here. Right there. Okay. That completes our third card. And that is all I have for today. So we have this one. Wishing you the sweetest season. And the sweetest season yet again. Only different. And I didn't have 2 of these because this took me a little while today to figure out and do it. But that's our inlay, all is calm, all is bright card. I do look crooked though, don't I? Oops, sorry about that. You missed everything if you're just coming on. We made 3 cards. They're all using this Sweetest Time bundle, which has a lot of 2 border dies and all these other fun dies, 2 of which I keep trying to lose. Candy canes. We have a candy cane border, which looks like this, and this hollyberry border. I need to get them on magnets soon. And there's also some other holly and sprigs and little candies and separate candy canes, which we used on this one in real red and white. And these two papers came out of 'Tis the Season, which is it's in a different of the catalog. But this bundle is on page 21 of the mini catalog that starts August 4th. So I just used only one bundle tonight, and I have other ideas for this too. I just didn't get to them. So yeah, we made 2 candy cane cards and 1 hollyberry with the candles cards. I love those candles. And I did share a trick on how to light the flames. So you might want to rewatch that. Hi, Heather. We're just about done. Thank you, Paige. That's weird. Am I spinning to everybody else? You love the first one the most? Yeah, the more complicated one. It's not that hard. It just takes a little time because you have to cut this twice and then save all the little bits that come out from cutting it the second time and put them in the first one. And you have to sort of turn it upside down and tape them on. If anybody has a better trick than that, let me know. But you can rewatch it once this goes up as a video. Sometimes YouTube takes a day to do that, at least like 8 hours, but it will eventually go up, probably tomorrow. So thank you very much for joining me, everyone. Thank you so much for all the thumbs ups. I really, really appreciate it. It helps my channel a lot. There is no host code between now already because I closed out July's this morning. So there's no host code between now and August 4th. August 4th, we'll announce Donna's. I'm going to set her host code up on the 3rd, but we'll announce it on August 4th. I'll do a separate video actually about her part. No, it just says my connection is unstable. So I will talk to y'all again soon. Come back tomorrow for videos and whatever. And have a great evening and a great weekend, everyone. Bye. Oh. See ya. Thank you. Thank you.